Welcome to York University and the School of Nursing. Your next 2 years in the second entry Bachelor of Science in Nursing program will be both rewarding and challenging, particularly your clinical placement experience. During this video, we will share information regarding the steps you need to take to be ready for your clinical placements. One very important document needed is your Clinical Preparedness Permit, or CPP. A CPP is proof that students have the necessary health and safety requirements prior to entering the clinical setting. Each nursing student will need to download and print the CPP booklet from the Nursing Practicum Coordination Office website. The booklet outlines all the required documents. Please note, an authorized healthcare provider must sign off in the booklet and provide the appropriate lab reports to support immunization records and vaccines.
Your next step is to have your CPP stamped. The School of Nursing has contracted a company called Synergy to confirm you have all the required documents, and once confirmed, your CPP will be stamped and your information will be saved.
It is mandatory to have a stamped CPP before you start your clinical experience. You are not allowed in the clinical setting without a stamped CPP. Your first clinical course begins in October, so it is important to start working on the required documents for your CPP as soon as possible.
The CPP is stamped annually. The deadline for stamping is the second Friday in October. CPP stamping will be by appointment only. You will need to book an appointment with Synergy using their online registration site. Please note, there is a cost associated with stamping of your CPP. Before your appointment, please ensure you have all the required documents. Please refer to the checklist provided at the Synergy website. The checklist will assist you in remembering all the requirements needed prior to you coming in to have your CPP stamped. Please attach your checklist to your CPP. CPP requirements. Vulnerable Sector Police Record Check. This is required annually and may take up to 6 weeks for the police department to process. We recommend you apply for your record check no later than the end of June. If you live in Toronto, please ensure you obtain a signed Vulnerable Sector Police Check request form from the MPCO. The Toronto Police Check costs $20 and can only be paid by certified check or money order. If you reside outside of Toronto and your OPP detachment or regional police department requires a letter, please ensure you obtain a signed Vulnerable Sector Police letter from the NPCO. The cost will depend on your region. Students with a reported positive police check, that is accused or charged offense, will need to complete a disclosure form every semester prior to entering their assigned clinical placement. The form is available from the NPCO manager. Students with positive police check will not be permitted in the clinical area until they are cleared per the policies and procedures of the clinical placement. Basic life support for healthcare providers. Basic life support for healthcare providers is required every year. Please note, some agencies will document on your certificate an expiry date of greater than 1 year. The School of Nursing requires recertification every year, no exceptions. For your convenience, the School of Nursing has made arrangements with the company Synergy to provide basic life support, certification, and recertification for our students. You do not have to complete a first aid certificate.
One-step Mantoux skin test tuberculosis screen. This screening is required annually. If you have had a previous documented positive Mantoux screening, confirmation of a clear chest x-ray is required every 2 years. Immunization records. We require the validation of your measles, mumps, and rubella, varicella, hepatitis B, and tetanus lab results.
If your lab results were indeterminate and/or showed not immune after you received the MMR booster, you will need to sign a liability form during your stamping appointment. You will be given a copy for you to attach to your CPP. You must show proof of polio vaccination.
Your tetanus vaccine is valid for 10 years. If you are close to or will be in your 10th year prior to starting at York, we recommend having a booster prior to getting your CPP stamped. Influenza. The influenza vaccine is mandatory. The vaccine is only available starting in October. Once you have received the vaccine, please inform the staff of the NPCO either in person or by fax, or by emailing a scanned copy of the document. All contact information is available on the screen. You will not be permitted into your clinical placement if you do not provide the NPCO staff with proof of the influenza vaccine. If you are unable to take the vaccine because of severe allergies, documentation of this is required from your healthcare provider. Mask fit testing. Completion of your mask fit testing is required every 2 years. Testing for our second-degree students is offered on the 3rd week in September. Dates for signing up for the mask fit testing will be posted on the NPCO website at the beginning of the fall semester. The obligation form is located on the NPCO website. You will need to print, read, sign, and attach the form to your CPP. The form is valid until the completion of your nursing undergraduate program.
Student Declaration of Understanding. The Government of Ontario, through the Ministry of Training, Colleges and Universities, provides Ontario students with Workplace Safety Insurance Board coverage while on placements that are required by their program of study. So that you are aware of this coverage, you must print and complete the Student Declaration letter located on the NPCO Forms website. Nursing Photo Identification Card. You must obtain a nursing photo identification card prior to the beginning of your program. You will also need a York University photo ID card, also known as a YU card. An appointment is not required for your nursing ID and YU card. Both cards can be obtained at the York Card Office, 200 William Small Centre. The Workplace Hazardous Materials Information System, WHMIS. WHMIS is Canada's National Hazard Communication Standard. All students are required to complete the WHMIS training prior to starting in their clinical area. York offers an online WHMIS training program. You may find the link to this program in the next section of the Moodle course. Once you have listened to the material, you can access the quiz following the link provided near the end of the presentation. Accessing the quiz requires your Passport York user ID and your password. Once you have successfully completed the training, print the certification and attach it to your CPP. The certification is valid for 2 years.
Finally, let's discuss the Instant Accident Report form. We hope you will never need to complete this form. However, if an accident or incident occurs during your clinical placement to either yourself or the client you are providing care for, you must complete this form. The form is located on the NPCO website under Forms. Please note, if the incident or accident involves you, there is an additional student accident form that must be completed. The link to the student accident form is located at the top of the instant accident form.
Feel free to contact the NPCO staff if you have any questions or concerns about the information in this video. The NPCO is located in room 306 in the Health, Nursing and Environmental Studies building. The staff of the NPCO look forward to welcoming you to York in September.